We're all consumers, right? We buy stuff every single day. But did you know that with every single one of those purchases, there are powerful laws standing right behind you, protecting you? Well, today we're going to break down exactly what those rights are. This is all about making sure you never get taken for a ride again. You know that feeling, right? You see this massive, incredible discount, and a little voice in the back of your head just goes, what's the catch here? Well, a lot of the time, that feeling is spot on. And believe it or not, there's a whole body of law designed specifically to deal with that exact situation. So let's get to the heart of the matter. It's really a story of two sides. On one side, you've got the seller, the trader. They have all this technical expertise, the economic power, the slick marketing teams, the whole shebang. And then on the other side, there's us, the consumer. Right from the get-go, it's an unbalanced relationship. And that imbalance is exactly where the problems can start. And that uneven playing field, that's the whole reason consumer protection laws even exist. These aren't just a bunch of random rules somebody made up. No, they serve a really fundamental purpose, to make sure the marketplace is fair for everyone. So, this is where the law steps in. Its job, really, is to level things out, to restore that balance. It's there to stop sellers from exploiting their built-in advantages, to make sure everything is transparent, and, this is a big one, to protect our health and safety. Okay, so we've covered the why these laws are so important. Now let's get into the how. We're going to look at some of the most common traps out there, the real-world situations where these laws actually come into play to protect you. All right, first up is a real classic. You know the one I'm talking about, the incredible, can't-miss, once-in-a-lifetime discount. We see this stuff everywhere, right? Plastered all over shop windows, popping up in online ads. You see that sign and you feel that rush, don't you? That immediate sense of urgency, that fear of missing out. It's an incredibly powerful marketing tool. But what happens when that amazing deal isn't really a deal at all? Okay, so here's the legal breakdown of what's actually happening. If a store jacks up the price right before putting it on sale, that's called false representation. And that today-only deadline, that's just artificial pressure. The whole thing is designed to manipulate you into making a quick decision. And let me be clear, it is absolutely illegal. All right, let's move on from tricks that hit your wallet to something even more serious. Things that can actually harm you. We're talking about the trap of the unsafe product, things that are expired, don't meet standards, or are just plain dangerous. I mean, just imagine this. You buy some groceries, you get home, and you realize the food expired 2 weeks ago. Ugh, that is not just bad customer service. From a legal standpoint, that's a breach of the seller's duty. It's a direct violation of your right to safety, and it's a potential risk to public health. And now for our third trap. This is a sneaky one. It's the one that's buried deep in the fine print, the hidden clause. You know, the thing you only find out about when something breaks and you try to use that fantastic warranty they sold you on. Now, the law is super clear about this stuff. Companies can't just hide important terms in some tiny, unreadable font. And more importantly, the terms themselves can't be misleading. So that 2-year warranty that, when you look closely, conveniently excludes pretty much every part that could ever break, yeah, that is a textbook example of a deceptive contractual practice. Okay, so we've walked through some of the biggest traps. It might sound a little scary, but here's the good news. You are not defenseless. Not at all. The law is basically your shield. So let's flip this around and look at the actual rights it gives you. And you know, these rights didn't just appear overnight. They've been built up and strengthened over time. It started back in 1999 with a law against commercial fraud. Then, in 2008, a much bigger, more comprehensive consumer protection law came into play. And it got even stronger in 2011 when they added tougher penalties. So you can see there's been this consistent push to make consumer protection more and more robust. So what are these rights exactly? Well, you can think of it like your own personal consumer bill of rights. You have the right to safety, the right to correct, clear information, no more smoke and mirrors, the right to choose freely, and this one is crucial, the right to take legal action and get compensation when things go wrong. But look, knowing your rights is one thing. Actually using them is what really counts. So how do you turn this knowledge into real action? How do you make these rights work for you? First off, it's important to understand that this law has some serious teeth. We're talking about violations that can lead to fines of up to 1 million Qatari riyals. That's a huge incentive for businesses to play by the rules. This is definitely not just a slap on the wrist. And the best part is you have a direct path to get help. It's a really clear 4-step process. Step 1,
Always keep your invoice. Step 2, document the problem. Take photos, take videos, whatever you need. Then you can submit your complaint straight to the ministry online, and you can follow the investigation from there. It's all designed to be as straightforward and accessible as possible.
So, when you zoom out and look at the big picture, what is this whole legal framework really built on? All these specific rules and rights, they all stand on just a few core fundamental principles.
It really all comes down to three main pillars. First, you've got information transparency. That means no fake discounts, no hidden clauses. Second is supplier accountability. The sellers are held responsible for the safety and quality of what they're selling. And third, effective enforcement. Those massive fines we talked about, they make sure these rules actually have consequences. And together, these three pillars are what support a fair market for all of us. So the next time you're out shopping, remember, you're not just a buyer anymore. You're an informed consumer, and you're armed with a whole set of powerful rights. And that leaves me with just one question for you. Now that you know the rules of the game, what are you going to look for? What will you do differently?